So now we in Virginia, and you listening to the Ja Rule, Brandy,
everything, just anything on the radio. Man.
Do you remember when the first time you had a country music influence?
Yeah, I mean, my dad. So it's a weird story. Like my dad. So I'm Nigerian, right? I'm first generation, but my dad moved here and he went to Texas when he came out here. So. Nigeria's like, Nigeria, it's a country in itself. A lot, it's farmers, like it's cow herders. They just look a little different. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Yeah, sure.
It's they out there. You know what I mean? Like, they still do that right now.
Anyway.
It's you know what I mean? Like that's what I love about that. Back home, it's like you see the food you eat. It's like growing in your backyard and stuff like that. It's kind of crazy. I've never made that connection. Everybody want to wear the boot. I was like, cowboys. Some of them wear sandals.
No, for sure.
Someone wearing slippers right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, he moved out here to Texas, and I don't know. I feel like he probably like me. Like he was just, I guess he just loved America or something like that. He was playing me like Kenny Chesney and stuff like that. No, not Kenny Chesney, Kenny Rogers.
Okay.
Kenny Rogers. Yeah, my bad. He was playing it. Yeah. So I was like,
almost gave Kenny Chesney big up.
Yeah, hell no. No, I ain't gonna. Yeah, Kenny Rogers.
Right.
Get
One of them Kennys.
One of them Kennys. I don't remember what song it was because at that time, you just in the back seat. They just playing stuff and you just remembering the melodies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that was probably the first time I heard, was exposed to it.
Yeah.
And then
you think you appreciated it back then, or did it hit later?
Nah, I don't think I appreciated it, but he brought that name up a lot. Like my mom brought it up a lot. Like my mom, it's almost like a core memory for me. Like they just always be like, your dad, he loved Kenny Rogers, and my dad would always be like, I'm not gonna do this, but Kenny Rogers. I ain't gonna do this.
No, when you said
Kenny
first
Rogers.
I was thinking, okay, he got my mom with a heavy accent growing up.
Nah, he really. Yeah, you know how the immigrant parents are. They just never get rid of the accent. I'm like, you've been here 40 years.
No,
I don't know how you still sound like this, but Kenny Rogers.
Sure.
Kenny Rogers.
That's
I was
hilarious,
like,
bro.
so there was that. There's probably some there's probably like some other ones. I'm gonna ask. He's because he lives out there, but. He's out here right now, so I'm gonna ask him. But anytime I see a picture, it's always fire because people be like, "Oh, my dad more country than you." I'm like, "Look, my dad over here. It's the '90s. He in overalls, real tree camo, cowboy hat on. It's like '93." So
yeah, no, that's dope. Bro.
I was like, so it's always a cool look when, I'm like, "Oh yeah, my pops was on this too."
Exactly. Now, do you remember your first song or album that you liked?
Country?
Just in general, first song, album, you was like, "Damn,
gotta be weird."
this
No,
is
gotta be
like
weird.
when you first kind of." It's hard to remember.
No, I was like a radio junkie as a kid.
Oh,
I was obsessed with the radio. I loved everything, and I was always recording everything to tape.
This was in North Carolina. Where were you?
No, I'm from Virginia too.
Oh, that's right. Is that where y'all knew each other from?
Yeah, nah. She from the South though. South.
Oh, okay. South Virginia, North Virginia.
Well, that's one thing too about Virginia, where it's like people don't really think of Virginia as being a southern state, but it is all the way up to the top.
To be honest,
pure Virginia. I know.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the DMV kind of tried to hide it and take it.
Well, it's weird because it's like in between the lines. So like Northern Virginia, it probably could have just been a different thing. That's why North, they got North, South, West. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Then West Virginia has its own state.
Its own thing.
Yeah. Okay,
weird.
So you just said it was just songs in general for you.
For me, it was like I loved country music mostly from being with my papa, who was very much like an outdoorsman and like hunting and grew up doing shit outside. And so he listened to a lot of radio country. But then also my family, being from Virginia and West Virginia and the mountains and all that, they loved Appalachian music. They loved country music. They loved old timey stuff. My mama grew up like hunkered around one little TV watching the Grand Ole Opry on Saturday nights and stuff like that. So
mine was kind of like yours, and it's ironic now that I'm thinking about it. My first rapper I liked, or the first song, was Nelly Country Grammar.
I mean, I forgot Nelly. I
didn't
bring him up, but I love Nelly.
Though. It's the rapping, the singing, and the country vibe. And I didn't even realize until I went back how deep he was digging into country music.
Yeah, well, he from St. Louis, right? He's from St. Louis.
But like you look back, I'm talking cowboy hats and
everything,
spurs on the boots,
like everything.
Bro, and it's called country grammar because of course people think about the South, but of course in the Midwest it's just rural. You know what I mean? It's country too.
It really is.
So ironically, when we think about this country music podcast, I guess that was my first little intro. He was my, I mean, my birthday cake was a St. Louis Rams cake. I don't even know who's on the team. I just knew he was from St. Louis, bro. So I'm like, nah, I'm with Nelly. I'm going to school with the Band-Aids. Teachers like, what's wrong?
What the hell? That shit's so
Band-Aids
influential.
on.
Oh yeah. I was
Love Nelly, man. Nelly
Also, shout out to Nelly, who is now still making country music.
It's a whole conversation.
What did he put his record out like 3 years ago? The one that's the country one.
Which
it's got Kane Brown's on there.
He's been cooking up country for a while. Yeah. I would even say, hell, would you tell me if it's fair to say that Nelly walked so Shaboozey could run? No, you shoot that down.
I could say it, but I feel like I didn't connect that stuff as country at that time. I went back and watched the video. I was like, oh, this is kind of crazy. Like now that I'm in, because like I shot a video in the same place they shot that video in The Ride With Me. Damn, it's like this diner. Everybody shoot on that shit though. It's like them little movie set. But I'm like, damn, I shot a video here. But no, I didn't really make the connection until I watched it again.
Though, for the people at home?
So my video, called Winning Streak. That was like my first kind of like big song that kind of popped off, and then Ride With Me. If you want, if you want to go, And then at the beginning when they bust in the little, I don't know if you remember, they bust into the diner. They're like, wait, what's going on? They got a honk.
Oh my god, what a classic.
But no, I would say, bro, definitely walked. You know what I mean? Like,
that's why I could run. But he was out there walking.
I said, bro, we all walking.
I feel that.
I don't know if anybody, ran yet.
No, that's true.
I mean, bro ran. It's not like we in a beef. I said, bro, everybody know who bro is.
We can have a throwdown.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we go back to that same spot we shot the video, and we just have a shootout right there. But no, okay. So let's go back. We